Well, I'm not going to say anything to start with about this new Wilson bladed iron, because this club doesn't really need a personality, it can rely purely on its looks. As you can see, the new forged staff model blade is absolutely drop dead gorgeous, but is it offering anything more than just pleasing aesthetics? These irons are going to appeal to three types of golfer: the golfer that can use them, the golfer who thinks they can use them, and the golfer who can't use them but wants to use them anyway. They are incredibly small, kind of from heel to toe. There isn't a great deal of hitting area. And it's got a razor thin top leading edge as well, so it's not going to give the low to mid skill player a great deal of confidence. There is pretty much close to zero offset with this thing, so if you're somebody who maybe struggles from hitting the ball with a little bit of a cut or a slice, again, this is probably an iron to avoid, unless of course you fit into one of those categories of golfer I mentioned earlier. So this new iron is absolutely stunning in the looks department, isn't really offering all that much with regards to modern tech. You best fire up the sim, hit some shots, and see what it delivers performance-wise. So as you can see from the data there, nothing particularly spectacular with regards to distance, 160 yards carry. That was just slightly into the wind, but I'd expect that from a club with this loft, 34 degrees. That in my eyes is what a 7-iron should have. And we had 4 yards of rollout, giving us 170 yards total. That's to be expected on those links greens at St Andrews. So there was nothing out of the ordinary with regards to the performance that would set it aside from, say, a different iron in their range, the CB being one of the clubs that I recently tested. But what this does have over the CB and other forged cavity back irons that Wilson have in their range, again, is just down to looks. And I know I'm banging on about it, but this thing is gorgeous. Everything about it. Love the little diamonds that are running down the side of the hitting area. Love the little notches around the hosel. I love this little bore through piece for the shaft as well, very traditional. Everything about it, badge placement, even just the lettering, the font. Everything to me is just absolutely perfect. I love the fact that it's got a razor thin top leading edge, pretty much no offset. Oh, it's gorgeous, and the feel is just even better as well. Just like hitting a block of butter. If you're hitting the center of the club, this thing, I would say, would be unrivaled. If you miss the center of the club, you might get a little bit shaky. And if you're one of those golfers that knows they can't use these but wants to use them anyway, just a word of caution, don't use them early in the morning because that vibration through your hands is going to hurt. Moving away from looks for a moment, if you're a golfer who feels as though their delivery is quite consistent, I'd expect quite consistent results coming out the other end with this thing. And the buttery soft feel from centered hits with this thing is like nothing that I've hit in years, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this is probably the best feeling club on the market at the moment. And I can just see the comments flying in from the Japanese forging fanboys. So as usual, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like it, please share it, and please subscribe. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this Wilson iron in the comments box below. So until next time, get that practice in, get your strike pattern tightened, because you may well want to buy a set of these.